Allo Allo charmed millions around the world with its unique humor, unforgettable characters, and sly satire of life during World War II. But behind the laughter and the light-hearted antics of Renee, Edith, and their unforgettable cafe crew lies a more somber story. Many of the talented actors who brought these characters to life faced personal struggles and tragic circumstances, and sadly, several have passed away. In this article, we look back at the lives of the Allo Allo cast, uncovering the untold stories of their careers and how they left us. Join us on this journey of remembrance as we honor these remarkable performers who filled our screens with joy, wit, and a legacy that endures long after their final curtain. Carmen Silvera, born on June 2, 1922, graced the screen as Edith Artois, the ever-loyal, albeit tone-deaf, wife of Renee in Allo Allo, from 1982 until 1992. Born in Canada, her family moved to England when she was a child, and Carmen faced many difficulties adjusting to the new environment and the lingering trauma of World War II, which deeply impacted her family. She initially trained as a dancer and enjoyed a relatively successful career before transitioning to acting. Silvera was married briefly in her early years, but the marriage ended, and she chose not to remarry, focusing instead on her work and advocacy for cancer awareness. Off-screen, she had a reputation for being generous and nurturing, yet her life was punctuated by heartache, having lost both her mother and brother to illness. Despite her strong-willed demeanor, she struggled with loneliness later in life, particularly after the end of Allo Allo, in the early 90s. Silvera passed away on August 3, 2002, at the age of 80 from lung cancer, a solemn end for a woman who dedicated so much to bringing joy to others. Gorden Kaye, born on April 7, 1941, brought to life the beloved character Renee Artois in Allo Allo, 1982 to 1992, a role that defined his career but also contributed to some of his personal struggles. Kaye grew up in Huddersfield, Yorkshire, raised by working-class parents who encouraged his passion for the arts despite financial challenges. In his youth, he faced bullying for his stammer, a struggle that fueled his desire to entertain and to seek acceptance through performance. Kaye never married and was a private man, particularly about his sexuality, which he openly discussed later in life, revealing the social pressures he faced. Tragically, in 1990, he suffered a severe head injury during a storm when a plank from a billboard smashed through his car window. The injury left him with memory loss, and he had to relearn parts of his past, creating a bittersweet return to the show that had made him famous. Kaye passed away on January 23, 2017, at age 75 due to natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of laughter tinged with personal hardship. Sam Kelly, born on December 19, 1943, played the delightfully clueless Captain Hans Geering in Allo Allo, beginning in 1982. Hailing from Manchester, Kelly faced a difficult childhood after losing his father at a young age, a loss that made him turn to acting as an escape. He worked diligently to gain recognition, studying at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, but struggled for years in small roles before finding success. Although he never married, Kelly found companionship in long-term partner Maggie, with whom he shared a deep bond but had no children. His professional life flourished, but his personal life remained largely solitary. Later in life, Kelly was diagnosed with cancer, and despite several remissions, the disease returned aggressively in 2013. He faced his illness with quiet strength, performing almost until the end, and passed away on June 14, 2014, at age 70, leaving behind a body of work cherished by audiences and colleagues alike. Richard Marner, born on March 27, 1921, portrayed the conniving Colonel Kurt von Strom in Allo Allo, from 1982. Born Alexander Molchanov in Petrograd, Russia, his family fled the revolution to England when he was still a child. Growing up in London, Marner faced isolation, language barriers, and the harshness of adapting to a new culture. His passion for acting developed early, but success didn't come easily. He married in the 1950s and had one daughter, Natasha, though his dedication to his craft often kept him away from home, leading to marital strains. Despite his comedic role in Allo Allo, he had a somber off-screen personality, perhaps owing to the trauma of displacement he experienced as a child. In his later years, Marner struggled with health problems, a result of his lifelong smoking habit. He passed away on March 18, 2004, at the age of 82 due to natural causes, quietly ending a life marked by resilience and adaptation. Jack Hedley, born on October 28, 1929, was a well-known British actor who took on the role of General von Karzabrad in the 1992 series Allo Allo. His portrayal of the no-nonsense military officer left an impression on fans of the show. Hedley had a distinguished career in film and television, beginning in the 1950s. He studied at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, and throughout his career, he was featured in a variety of roles, often playing authority figures due to his commanding presence. While Jack Hedley never married publicly, his personal life remained relatively private. Though he had a successful career, he experienced moments of personal loss, including a tragic experience during his youth when his father passed away at a young age, leaving him with deep emotional scars. Hedley's career remained steady, but by the time of his later years, his health began to decline. He passed away on December 11, 2021, at the age of 92 due to natural causes. Kenneth Connor, born on June 6, 1918, brought life to the romantic undertaker Monsieur Alphonse in Allo Allo, from 1984. Known for his unmatched wit, Connor grew up in a modest London household, the son of a naval officer. Despite his father's wishes for him to join the Navy, he pursued acting instead, enrolling in the esteemed London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art. He married his longtime love, Margaret, and the couple had 2 sons. While the marriage appeared happy, Connor struggled privately with depression, a condition exacerbated by the death of his mother, to whom he was deeply attached. His career had its highs and lows, with long periods of struggling for roles before Allo Allo gave him renewed fame. Tragically, he was diagnosed with cancer in the early 1990s, a fight he faced quietly. He continued working as long as he could but succumbed to the illness on November 28, 1993, at the age of 75, leaving a legacy of humor tinged with unseen sorrow. Richard Bonehill was born in 1948 and gained recognition for his role as the German guard in the 1988 series Allo Allo, where he portrayed a character defined by his cold and intimidating demeanor. Growing up in a working-class family, Bonehill had a quiet and uneventful childhood, not showing early interest in the arts. However, after working in various jobs, he eventually found his calling in acting. While Bonehill's career was marked by mostly supporting roles, he became a familiar face on British television. He was particularly known for his appearances in Doctor Who and The Bill. Despite his stoic roles on screen, his personal life was marred by challenges. Bonehill faced financial difficulties, especially later in life, and struggled with his health. He remained single, with no known relationships or children. On February 4, 2015, Bonehill passed away from natural causes at the age of 67. His death was a tragic loss to the acting community, as he had left a lasting impression with his portrayal of menacing characters. John Bluthal, born on March 12, 1929, became a familiar face to many as the tailor in Allo Allo in 1984. Known for his sharp, meticulous attention to detail and his quiet yet lovable presence, Bluthal brought life to the role, making him a standout in the series. Although he was born into a working-class family in Australia, Bluthal was a gifted actor who began his career in the theatre before making his way into film and television. Despite his success, his personal life was marked by tragedy. He experienced a strained relationship with his parents, and found himself isolated as he focused more on his craft. Bluthal was never married and did not have children, choosing instead to dedicate his life to acting. His final years were plagued by loneliness, and his passing on November 15, 2018, at the age of 89, was a quiet one due to natural causes. His death marked the end of an era for the beloved Allo Allo series. Roger Hammond, born on March 21, 1936, was a British actor renowned for his role as the monk in Allo Allo in 1991. His character added an element of intrigue and charm, blending the mystery of his orders with the humor that the show was known for. Hammond had a rich background in the arts, having trained at London's Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. Over the years, he appeared in a number of stage productions and television dramas, though his role in Allo Allo became one of his most notable. Hammond's personal life was marked by a long and happy marriage, and he was known for his loving family life. However, his life was also touched by grief when his younger brother died unexpectedly in an accident, which affected him deeply. Despite a promising career in theater and television, his health was eventually compromised by a battle with cancer, and after a courageous fight, Roger Hammond passed away on November 8, 2012, at the age of 76. His death was attributed to cancer, a battle he faced with strength and resilience. Jeremy Lloyd, born on July 22, 1930, is best known for his role as Wolfgang in the 1992 sitcom Allo Allo. His portrayal of the quirky, yet lovable, German officer was a fan favorite, adding humor and charm to the series. Lloyd's journey to fame was not a simple one, as he struggled with early career setbacks. Though he had a strong foundation in drama, his personal life had its share of challenges. Coming from a wealthy family, Lloyd's childhood was privileged but marked by the struggles of family conflict, which had a lasting impact on his life. He never married, dedicating much of his time to his craft. The actor's health began to deteriorate in his later years, and he tragically passed away from pneumonia on December 23, 2014, at the age of 84. His death marked the end of an era for the iconic British television series. Eric Dodson, born on December 1, 1920, played the sharp-witted intelligence officer in the 1991 series Allo Allo, a character known for his strategic thinking and tactical brilliance. Dodson's early life was marked by hardship, having grown up during the Great Depression. His humble beginnings did not deter him, and he found his way into acting after serving in World War II, which had a profound effect on him. His acting career, which began in the late 1940s, spanned decades, with notable roles in British theatre and television. In Allo Allo, Dodson was recognized for his ability to mix intelligence with humor, leaving a lasting impact on the show's fanbase. Dodson married late in life, but his union with his wife was happy and quiet, though they did not have children. His family was supportive throughout his career, yet in the years before his passing, Dodson's health declined. He faced several medical struggles, including heart problems. On January 13, 2000, at the age of 79, Eric Dodson passed away due to natural causes, marking the end of an era for his family and fans alike. Michael Sher, born on June 18, 1938, is best known for his role as Goring's double in Allo Allo in 1992. With his striking resemblance to the historical figure, Sher was able to portray the role with both gravity and a touch of dark humor. His childhood was marked by the effects of World War II, growing up in England during a time of great hardship. Despite the challenges of his early years, Sher was driven to pursue acting and became a well-respected character actor in both television and film. His love life was less successful, as he had 2 marriages that both ended in divorce, leaving him with 2 children whom he raised mostly as a single father. Sher faced significant battles in his life, including the loss of his mother at a young age and his own long struggle with cancer. Michael Sher passed away on August 31, 2005, at the age of 67, from cancer. His death was deeply mourned by his peers and fans, leaving behind a legacy of memorable roles across many decades. John Louis Monsey, born on November 8, 1926, was an actor known for his portrayal of the bumbling Herr Engelbert von Smallhausen in Allo Allo, starting in 1985. John's career in acting began in the early 1950s, and he became known for his comedic roles, especially in British television. Off-screen, Monsey's life was one of both personal and professional challenges. He married in the 1950s and had 2 children, though his marriage ended in divorce after several years. The breakdown of his marriage was a significant turning point for Mony, leading him to focus more on his career. His personal life had its ups and downs, but he found a steady rhythm in his acting work. Sadly, John also faced personal grief when he lost his eldest child in a tragic accident in the 1990s, an event that affected him deeply. He was known to have struggled with depression in the years following this loss. Despite these personal difficulties, Mony continued to work and was loved by fans for his role in Allo Allo. John Lewis Mony passed away on August 6, 2010, at the age of 83 due to natural causes. His death marked the end of a cherished and successful career in comedy. Stanley Leber, born on September 24, 1934, portrayed the gypsy leader in Allo Allo in 1991. Leber's character exuded authority, providing an unexpected yet memorable contrast to the more outlandish figures on the show. Despite his strong presence on screen, Leber had a tumultuous personal life. Growing up in a working-class family, he faced many hardships during his formative years, including the loss of his father at an early age. His ambition for acting was often questioned by his family, but he persisted. Throughout his career, he performed in various stage productions before landing roles in television shows, including Allo Allo. Leber had a long and somewhat tragic marriage that ended in divorce, and he raised 2 children, but the relationship with his children was strained over the years due to his frequent absences and intense focus on his career. He passed away on November 23, 2014, at the age of 80, from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of powerful performances. Roger Kidder, born on October 20, 1949, was an English actor known for his role as Captain Alberto Bertorelli in the iconic sitcom Allo Allo, from 1991 onwards. His portrayal of Bertorelli, with an exaggerated Italian accent and constant comedic misadventures, made him a memorable character in the series. Kidder's early life was marked by a passion for performing arts, and although details about his education remain sparse, he quickly found success on stage and screen. Before Allo Allo, Roger had made several appearances in British television and film, but his breakthrough came when he was cast in this beloved sitcom. While his career was filled with comedic roles, the late years of his life were overshadowed by personal struggles. His marriage to actress Jennifer Kidder, which lasted for a significant number of years, faced ups and downs, and they did not have children. Unfortunately, Roger's health took a turn for the worse, and in 2015, he succumbed to cancer. He passed away on January 2, 2015, at the age of 65. His death marked the end of an era for Allo Allo fans, and he is remembered fondly for his contributions to British comedy. Jack Hague, born on January 5, 1913, is fondly remembered for his portrayal of the eccentric and endearing Roger Leclerc in Allo Allo, from 1982. Known for his comedic timing and humorous disguises, Hague's character was a fan favorite. His journey into acting began later in life after working various odd jobs to support his family. Born into a humble working-class family, Hague's early years were marked by hardship and loss. He married young and had 2 children, but his relationship was turbulent, leading to a divorce after many years of struggle. Despite this, Hague maintained a close relationship with his children. As his career flourished, he never quite found the happiness he sought in his personal life, and his health began to decline in his later years. Hague passed away on July 4, 1989, at the age of 76, due to natural causes. His death left a void in the world of British comedy, and his role as Leclerc remains one of his most beloved. Rose Hill was born on June 5, 1914, in London, England. She portrayed the fiery and witty Madame Fanny in Allo Allo, from 1982. Rose was a seasoned actress, having started her career in the 1930s in stage performances before moving into film and television. Her comedic timing and sharp-tongued persona made her a standout in the show. Before her television fame, Hill had a relatively quiet personal life. She was married twice, though little is known about her first husband. Her second marriage was to a fellow actor, and together they had 2 children, both of whom followed in their mother's footsteps into the arts. While her career flourished, her personal life faced hardships, including struggles with ill health and the passing of her second husband. The final years of her life were spent in relative peace, though she did grapple with the loss of close friends from her acting days. Rose Hill passed away on December 22, 2003, at the age of 89 due to natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a beloved character in Allo Allo. Derek Royal, born on September 7, 1928, played the clever and witty Ernest Leclerc in Allo Allo, starting in 1989. Royal's portrayal of the resourceful but often troubled Leclerc brought an extra layer of humor to the show. His acting career, which spanned several decades, had roots in British theatre, where he honed his craft before moving on to television. Derek was known for his ability to switch from drama to comedy with ease, and he appeared in numerous other television shows and films before his iconic role in Allo Allo. Despite his public success, his personal life was marked by periods of heartache. He was married twice and had children, but his relationships were often tumultuous. Derek's family life faced significant strain, particularly in the years before his untimely death. He suffered a heart attack in 1990, which tragically took his life at the age of 61. On January 23, 1990, his passing left a hole in the hearts of fans and colleagues alike, and he is remembered as a talented and dedicated actor. Robin Parkinson, born on October 25, 1929, in Leicester, England, had a distinguished career spanning several decades, with his most memorable role being Ernest Leclerc in Allo Allo from 1991 onwards. Parkinson's character was a skilled and resourceful man, always entangled in the absurd world of wartime espionage and humor. He had a distinguished career in British television and theatre, often playing parts that required a flair for comedy. Parkinson's early years were marked by hardship, including the loss of his father at a young age. His academic background is less well documented, but his immersion in the dramatic arts quickly defined his career trajectory. In his personal life, Parkinson was married to his wife, with whom he shared a fulfilling and supportive relationship. Together they had children, though details about his family are kept private. Parkinson experienced a somewhat peaceful life, despite the pressures of fame, and had a strong bond with his loved ones. He passed away on May 7, 2022, at the age of 92 due to natural causes, after living a full and active life. His death marked the end of an era for his family and admirers alike, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and love for the craft. Pat Gorman, born on May 10, 1933, was a stalwart in British television, and his role as the brave resistance member in Allo Allo, starting in 1984, showcased his ability to bring humor and heroism to the screen. Growing up during the post-war era, Gorman had a difficult childhood, living through the struggles of a nation rebuilding itself after World War II. He initially worked various jobs before pursuing acting, starting his career in theater and then moving into television in the 1960s. Known for his portrayals of tough, yet endearing characters, Gorman was beloved by fans for his sincerity. His personal life, though kept private, seemed to be marked by a stable family life. However, tragedy struck when he lost his wife to illness, an event that deeply affected him. He continued acting despite his personal grief, finding solace in his work. Gorman passed away on October 9, 2018, at the age of 85, from natural causes, leaving behind a rich body of work and a reputation as a beloved character actor in British TV. Hilary Minster was born on March 21, 1944, in London, England. He gained recognition in the entertainment industry for his portrayal of General Erich von Klinkerhoffen in the popular British sitcom Allo Allo, starting in 1984. A man of strong presence, Minster brought life to the character's cold and ruthless military demeanor, which was often juxtaposed with comedic situations. Minster's early life was immersed in the arts, and he honed his skills at London's prestigious drama schools. Throughout his career, He had a number of notable stage and television roles, but none more iconic than his role as Klinkerhoffen. In his personal life, Minster struggled with a series of personal challenges, including bouts of depression that affected his career and relationships. He was married twice, though both unions ended in divorce, and he did not have children. Minster's later years were overshadowed by his battle with cancer, which ultimately took his life on November 24, 1999, at the age of 55. His death was a tragic loss to both his family and the entertainment industry. Michael Cotterill, born on November 3, 1928, was a British actor renowned for his role as the Pope in the 1991 sitcom Allo Allo. His portrayal of the Pope added a touch of reverence and humor to the show, as he was seen offering spiritual guidance to the other characters. Cotterill, though largely recognized for his television work, had an extensive career in both stage and screen acting. His early years were filled with hardships, growing up in a working-class family where resources were scarce. Despite these challenges, he developed a passion for acting in his youth, which led him to study at a prestigious acting school. Though his personal life was relatively private, Cotterill had a brief marriage in his early 30s, but the union did not last, and they divorced amicably. He had one child, a son named Jonathan, who pursued a career outside the entertainment industry. The actor's life was marked by a quiet retreat from the spotlight after Allo Allo, focusing on personal pursuits and enjoying a calmer lifestyle. Michael Cotterill passed away on June 24, 2006, at the age of 77 due to natural causes. Peggy Clifford, born on March 23, 1921, was an English actress who gained recognition for her role as the French lady in Allo Allo in 1985. Her character was beloved for her genuine kindness and her ability to bring a sense of warmth to every scene she graced. Clifford, an actress with a career spanning several decades, had a particularly tough childhood, marked by poverty during the Great Depression. Despite the adversity, she demonstrated a love for the arts from an early age, eventually becoming a prominent actress. In her personal life, Peggy was married twice. Her first marriage ended tragically when her husband passed away unexpectedly, leaving her to raise their 2 children alone. Her second marriage was more successful, and she enjoyed a quiet family life in her later years. However, Peggy struggled with depression following the death of her first husband, which affected her career during a brief period in the 1960s. She found solace in her acting work, though, and continued to thrive. Clifford passed away on May 26, 1986, at the age of 65 due to natural causes. Her death was mourned by many who admired her enduring kindness and talent. Stephen Churchett, born on April 10, 1947, was best known for his role as the disciplined wing commander Belfridge in Allo Allo in 1987. His portrayal of the military figure brought a strong sense of order to the often chaotic antics of the show. Growing up in London, Churchett showed a strong interest in the performing arts from a young age. He didn't pursue formal education in acting, but his passion for the craft led him to a career that spanned decades. In addition to his work in Allo Allo, he appeared in several other British television programs, often playing authoritative or military roles. He was a private individual, and little is known about his personal life, though his work made an indelible mark on British television. Churchett's life, while relatively quiet, was marred by the loss of several close friends and family members over the years, something he never publicly discussed but often reflected in his performances. He passed away on January 11, 2022, at the age of 74 due to natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of memorable roles. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in Allo Allo? And who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.